3, 2, 1.
The link down below has been replaced, but I still urge you to head to the link below, educate yourself, and consider supporting Ukraine financially. All the sources down there have been vetted. Your money will go to the right place. Gentlemen and ladies, that was a noise, and I don't know why I made it. Maybe it's because I'm stressed. Maybe it's because I'm starting to lose my mind. Okay. Maneuver planner. Must select a target from interplanetary transfer. Well, our target is home. And I'm wondering if we're going to be able to do this. For the first time in this entire series, I don't know if we can make it back. I have heavy, heavy doubts on whether or not we can make it back. It's almost 2,000 meters per second delta V just to escape. And that's in 42 days. Recommended starting interplanetary transfers from MOHO from an orbit in the same plane as MOHO's orbit around the sun. Planned transfer may not intercept target properly. Yeah, don't I know it. I tell you what. Cancel that one. Let me see what we can do at our upcoming periaps. Because the longer we're around this planet, the harder this is going to be. The closer we'll get to the sun. So if we add this maneuver here just to get away from the planet, that's about 280 some odd meters per second delta V. That's just to escape. More or less. Is still going to put us in an extremely elliptical orbit. Good news about this burn is that it does not have to be perfect. It's not a particularly large burn, which is good. It'll bring us just under that 10,000, which leaves us 10,000 to actually get home. Okay, I'm going to save it here. I don't know if we want to wait those 40 some odd days to try and get home. Okay. Reorient the ship to position around our maneuver node. And the good news is we'll also be doing this in the sunlight so we don't have to worry about power. Whole bunch of stuff is in our favor at the moment, and I suggest we take advantage of it. Should have dumped these ground anchors. Maybe I'll bring them home on the next shuttle. Just bring that equipment home with us. Go ahead and close the service bay. Note to self, get a new probe core. That was useful. That lander is going to be useful. Icarus, we named it. Where is it? Oh. How'd you get up there? How did you get up there? Well, as long as it doesn't come back down and smack us, you can stay up there. It actually does seem to be getting further and further away. That's good. It's one less rendered object to worry about. I believe it cuts out at 2.5. 2 point something. Whatever. It's gone. And we're going to be burning almost the exact opposite direction from it. So that's good. All right. We're going to open her up full throttle. We're going to see what she can do. We need to make these burns quickly and efficiently. Node is in T minus 10 seconds, so we're going to burn at T minus 7. Gotta go to in between. Here we go. Stability assist is holding. Nice and even. Very nice. When she's not holding a lander, we can open her up like this. I'm much more confident about her structural integrity when she's not hauling this big dumb thing on the nose. Bring us down to 2/3. 1/3. Taking it easy. Even less now. Every meter per second counts. That was... I don't know what happened there. My hand just moved on its own, and we ended up with just perfection. Absolutely devastating perfection. Okay. Orbital velocity. How are we looking? We have a periaps very close to the sun, so it looks like we're just gonna... It looks like we're just gonna have to ride it out. I'm not gonna like it, but our apogee was there, and now we are here. Moho has an orbital period of only about 100 days. So... we're on much, much smaller timetables here. But I don't want her to be too close to that giant ball of plasma. Remember when we thought the sun was incandescent gas? No, it's incandescent plasma. Science! All right, let's time warp out of here. And from there, we'll figure out our next move. Unable to transmit something. That's depressing. Good lord, you orbit quick. Though then again, it's taking us a while to actually get out of orbit. There we go. We are out of Moho's orbital plane. Okay. Maneuver planner. By impulsive transfer to target, create. Okay. First of all, that is a really long time. Second, that's a lot of fuel. Almost 4,000. Almost half of what we actually have left. Optimum time. What about at our next periaps? Error. Our next apogee? Another error. At the nearest ascending, descending node. Another error. At closest approach? Another error. Fuck. Okay. We're fine. Everything is fine. No, it's not. Oh, boy. Okay. Not only do we have to get much, much closer to the sun in order to pull this off, we literally have to go through our closest approach. And I was wrong about that 100 days. It's about... It looks like it's 200 something, given these numbers. Apogee isn't... Wait, no. Apogee isn't... Wait. Sun apogee is in 79 days. That's in 28. No, I was right. It's about 100 days. Okay. I was super off on this. We have to actually go around twice. Oh, boy. Go ahead and save it again. This is gonna hurt. Actually, you know what? Help. I don't mean to be dramatic, but I am actually quite worried we might lose the ship here. There's a number of things that could happen. I'm going to hit time acceleration here in a minute, and one of two things is going to happen. One of a bunch of things is going to happen. Okay, the first thing that might happen is we go through our periaps, no problem, and then we go home. Second thing is we go through our periaps, no problem, and we don't have enough fuel to get home. Third thing, we explode at periaps, or before periaps, or shortly after. This is not a comfortable orbit for me. I was kind of hoping we could have Icarus do this experiment instead. But instead, here we are. Okay. This is going to be the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. Somehow our signal managed to get through the sun. Okay, I'm going to slow her down around periaps. I need to know how we're doing. You still see Moho, actually. Alright, at periaps, we're gonna stress out a lot. That's what's gonna happen at periaps. That's in 1 day. Alright, this is closest approach to the sun. This is the closest we're ever going to get. Bring time warp down to 0. How are we looking? How are those radiators holding up? They're climbing rapidly. Yeah, it's not comfortable. How about, crew report high over the sun? Here, hang on. What can we review here? I meant to put these in earlier. Whole bunch of data. Tons of science we can do here. And speaking of science... This is uncomfortable. Feel kind of small right now. You hope you know where you're going. I hope these radiators hold up. That's what I'm hoping. Alright, store that. See what we can do with it. Can we do anything with that? No. Alright, scrap it. Never mind then. Shit, I was kind of excited for this. Keep the underside of the ship pointed away from the sun. At the very least, the bottom half of these parts, or at least the front of the ship anyway, is relatively heat resistant. It's designed for atmospheric re-entry, these parts. There's got to be something. All right. See you guys in 152 days. Okay, here we are, getting down close. Most stressful burn we've ever done. This really is the most stressful burn we've ever done. Kerbin is there, our burn is here. This will be almost 4,000 meters per second worth of burn. It's going to be rough. Again, there is a plan B in place, no matter where Pegasus ends up. We just gotta hope that Pegasus ends up semi-close to Kerbin, and then I can do it. It'll be hard, but I can do it. It's also gonna cost a lot if I have to do it. Oh boy, okay, so burn time of 3 minutes 11 seconds. I'm thinking we burn at 135 full throttle, really open it up. Just to get this as accurate as possible. Go ahead, do max time warp. Slow it down now. Easy now. Easy, easy. I always say that. This is a very stressful burn. But if we pull this off, we get Grand Tour status. Grand Tour status basically means Pegasus is capable of reaching every planet in the solar system. Now, I designed her that way, but this will be basically official confirmation of that. I designed her to be able to go everywhere, especially with this latest engine, but I'm still going to worry about her. No matter where we go, I'm going to worry about her. All right. We need this accurate to the... Ideally, in real spaceflight, you want it accurate to the millisecond, but we're not going to get that kind of... We're not going to get that kind of accuracy here. This is the Headhunter space program. All right? Our solar system is a lot smaller. We're thinking on smaller timetables here. Well, actually, the timetables may be accurate, but our delta V requirements are probably a lot lower. "29 minutes. This will leave us about 5,000 meters per second delta V to slow down. I don't know how slow we're going to have to be in order to achieve a orbit. It's going to be stressful. Intercept to low orbit shouldn't be awful. Maybe if we bounce off the Mun. No. Bad idea. That'll just speed us up. All right, here we go. Coming down to it. Easy. All right. I overshot it. We got to burn now. Opening her up. Where's that map again? Elliptical orbit to low orbit. That's about 6,000. But that's an elliptical orbit around the fucking sun. Not exactly the most accurate. thing here. What I've been going off of is low orbit Moho to low orbit Kerbin, which is about 3,100. We're already over that margin. Try from realistic. Okay, realistically, it should be 3,000. Realistically, it should be a lot better than that. Okay, casually, it's 6,500. Now, we have 6,500, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to worry about this ship. But I will go ahead and skip the majority of this burn for you guys. Okay, here we are, getting down close here. We're at 7,034 meters per second delta V. Quickly dropping there, and I just got a message. I need to open the D&D server up here in a second. It won't affect this recording, don't worry. I just need to keep an eye on this burn. I cannot look away from this. It's going good. She's not veering out of control like she used to. She used to do that, and it was very, very stressful when she did. She doesn't do that anymore. I think we've done really well with Pegasus. If any ship can pull this off, it's Pegasus. If it doesn't work, I don't know what to say. Moho's impossible if Pegasus can't pull this off. You know what? Actually, yeah, no, bring it back up. It's another 250 meters per second. It's going to bring us just over 6,000 meters per second of remaining fuel. Yeah, we're getting down there. We're getting down to the, fuel notice light is going to come on here in a second. 65 more meters. We already have an intercept. That's an extremely good sign. .44 meters per second. 6,200 meters remaining. 30, 29. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on this number, not the fuel gauge. That fuel gauge tells you nothing. As that fuel empties out of the tanks, the ship gets lighter. We can go further. It's not like a car. We need this to be absolutely perfect. We're obviously going to fine-tune our closest approach to 150 kilometers, but this is good. This is good. All right, that's going to bring a periaps out like something fierce. Stand by. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's fine. We'll just fine-tune our approach. Are you drifting? A very, very minor amount of SAS drift. Nothing that a little bit of time warp can fix. All right. Okay, so fine-tune closest approach. 200 might actually be better. When would you like me to do that? That's an 0.8 meter per second burn. Completely doable. Completely doable. That is a drop in the bucket for us. Oh, I should get that. I left him hanging. I just told him, stressful burn complete. God. All right, when is that? That's in 40 days, actually. You guys just want to come along for the ride? That's not even long enough for one of Jebediah's zero-G D&D games. I don't think they made one for this one. Can that be canon? That we just didn't make one for this? Alright, here we are, midway between Moho and Eve. Eve is the only major planet that Pegasus hasn't seen yet. Getting to Eve is not the problem. Landing on and returning from Eve is the problem. Jesus Christ, that's not accelerating, right? I turned that off? Yeah, I turned that off. I'm so sorry about this. I need to... As I said in the last video, it is D&D night. And our DM has requested direct access to the D&D server. Okay. Stressful burn is complete. Next burn, way less stressful. We can do this a number of times if we need to, as a matter of fact. Because, like, they are very, very minor burns. Anything we do now is going to be... Anything we do to try and fine-tune our closest approach to Kerbin is going to be way less stressful. Okay, I overshot that a lot. Okay. Really messed that up. Can we get a new one? Create new one. New one. Okay, you know what? I don't think we're gonna get anything better than this. How we looking? Periapps of 235. Yeah, I can work with that. That's fine. When is that? That is in 83 days. That's nothing. That's nothing. Let's just go. Let's just go, guys. We are so close to home here. I'm not even going to cut this out. Okay. If that last burn to get us away from Moho was the most stressful burn I've ever done, this might be the next contender into the most stressful burn I've ever done. I love this ship. I would hate to lose it. We need to circularize our orbit around Kerbin. This is gonna hurt like hell. Alright. At Periapps. Let me see what we can do. That is the wrong command, actually. How do I kill this? Tell you what, circularize at Periapps. How much? Crap, I think we're a little bit stuck here. 1 second. I'm just gonna have to reboot the ship. Okay, in hindsight, I should have just hit the button remove all nodes. Okay. At Periapps. It is Periapps, yes? Oh, wait, this is the wrong screen because I'm stressed out of my goddamn mind. At Periapps, we will be at 235. And very, very elliptical. Now create that node. That's 1,467 meters per second delta V. To slow us the hell down. Wait. Are you serious? Are we about to... Wait. We're on the light side, right? When we make that burn? Yes. Bring us in. Bring us in. Take us home. Filden, take us home. $1,400? Are you serious? She could go to the moon and back with that remaining fuel. She could go to Minmus on the remaining fuel she has. Are you kidding me? Not even close. Not even close, Moho. You've been beat. You've been beat, Moho. I have conquered this solar system. Not literally. I still gotta figure out Eve, Lathe, and whatever the other one was, that one Jewel Moon. But I have beaten your game. And, like, those other three, the three that I'm worried about, not even really a thing, if I'm being honest. For Pegasus, not even a thing. I just gotta figure out the lander. And I'm racking my brain on the... we're getting in close here. Hang on. I want to burn at 34 seconds, just so we got a good in-between. We ran into this problem while we were circularizing around Moho. We're going to go ahead and burn at 33 seconds. Just to make sure we get this... Just to make sure we get this as close as possible. Because if we just burn here... we're going to have problems. It's not going to be as perfect as I wanted to. We're actually going to have fuel to level out our orbit. We don't even have to use that other plan B. All right, we're coming up on burn here. Here it is. 33 seconds. Open her up. There she goes. Kerbin. This is what I like to call the home burn. Because we're home. I cannot believe we pulled that off. This was the some of you thought Elu was the big one, and like getting to Elu and actually landing on Elu was kind of my holy shit moment. We might actually pull this off. It actually takes more fuel to get to Moho. And more fuel to get back. Why is he playing Kerbal? Did I pop up? No, that didn't pop up. Oh, no, wait, no, that's she. Even when I'm recording these videos. She's gonna have a higher orbit than usual, but, she'll make it. I actually have enough fuel left over to adjust my orbit to whatever I want. Again, I could go to the Mun if I wanted to. The Mun and back. Because, like, low orbit Kerbin to the Mun is just 1,300 meters per second. And getting back is 360. Whoa, whoa, hang on. It might actually be less fuel than that. Unless it's like, no, we're not even going the wrong way. Well, either way, we already have an orbit. Maybe my brain is just confused. Yeah, that's probably it. My brain is probably very confused. It's had a busy day, all right? The crew of Pegasus just pulled off the hardest mission Pegasus can possibly pull off. In fact, after this, the next couple of missions that we do, I call them the stride missions. It's a series of missions that I know she can do. I know she can get to these moons and planets, but we're going anyway. They include Ike and Val. Yeah, there's really only two that I am very confident that she can reach. Like, the stride missions are basically, I am confident that Pegasus can reach these and back, and we have landers that can do it. The ones after that are me figuring out my lander tech. Tylo is like landing on Kerbin without an atmosphere. So no parachutes. Lathe is... I've actually engineered a jet for that. So we're going to see if we can pull that off. I might try to land that with parachutes, though. And then... Easy, easy. You're almost there. Take it easy there, girl. I could not have asked for a better orbit. We have 4,711 meters per second delta V remaining. I could go to the moon and back twice. Twice! This is ridiculous. I don't know how else to describe it. Pegasus is ridiculous. Anyway, Eve. Ultimate Lander Challenge. From the surface of Eve to low orbit is over 10,000 meters per second delta V, and then we need a little bit left over, like, to get back to the ship. We're gonna have to get crazy with that. And Gilly is just... The way Operation Purple Planet working title. The way that's going to go down is the lander is just going to launch on a god rocket, okay? It's going to have to launch on its own. It's going to be too big. Pegasus will follow after it. Pegasus will be carrying its own lander, and it's going to go to Gilly. So we're doing a planet and a moon. And then we're going to leave the lander in orbit around Gilly. Maybe land on Gilly a couple of times because low orbit to the surface of Gilly is literally 30 meters per second delta V. It's the easiest thing in the universe to land on. In fact, our landers are probably too powerful to do it. They just have too much power. The Spider might handle it pretty good, though. But anyway, we're just going to leave the lander in orbit around that. Get in orbit around Eve. Pick up our boys. And that will be the last thing we do in Kerbal Space Program 1. But before that, we need to figure out Lathe and Tylo. We are going to Ike, and we are going to Val. Like, those are just planets like, I might not even record us going there. I might record us landing and taking off again, but I might not record the journey. I have not decided on those yet. Like, you can clearly see what Pegasus is capable of. Unbelievable. That'll do it for the Headhunter Space Program this week, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button really hard with your head. This was the hardest one. Everything after this, for Pegasus at least, that's the easy part.